Let me see if I can put my headset in. Seem to work better. It seemed to work better. Yes. All right. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me make sure my volume is good. Hoping that y'all can hear me through my microphone. Hey, girl, yeah, I had to go live tomorrow. I had to go live. I need to talk to the people. I hadn't talked to y'all in so long. I ain't been live in so long. Oh my goodness. But I had to come on up in here. Talk to y'all about some things. I think it takes like 45 seconds for everybody to get into the room. I got to get over my jitters of going live. Like, I be a little nervous going live. But at the same time, like, I actually like it. On Facebook, at least. Because I'm not a fan of this YouTube business. But I appreciate YouTube. But I'm not a fan of it. What's up, Kenya? Yes, I got my podcast already going. I don't know if y'all know about my podcast, but it is called the Peter Pod. And so I'm probably going to be doing a lot more on there. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more on Peter Pod because YouTube won't let Peter be great. So I came on here today to talk to y'all about content. And so the reason why I wanted to talk about content is because I feel like all of these social media platforms are now suppressing the truth. They suppressing information, like information that we really need to know and information that that the people need to know about. I feel like they suppressing it. So yesterday I did a video about us, pretty much not being who we think that we are. We are who we are designed to be, in the grand scheme of things. And let me tell y'all something. YouTube held that video for a long time. But like if I get on here and I do a reading or something like that, they'll push that tarot reading. If I get on here and I act the clown, donkey, monkey, they will push that tarot reading or that donkey monkey acting. And that's not okay. Like I'm trying to figure out like why they try to suppress me or why they trying to suppress other content creators that out here speaking their truths, and maybe the truths that we be speaking are too heavy, which is why they made up that word conspiracy theories. But yeah, content. It's almost like they got a like this filtering system, right? And so I feel like they pick up on like keywords, which I don't know what them keywords are. I wish I did, but I feel like they pick up on like keywords. And, if you out here, doing cute stuff or looking like a donkey or something that's not as threatening, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, But when you saying things like, hey, maybe there are some things that are controlling us that we are unsure are controlling us, then the channel get, held back or the information does not get out there like it should be. But the reason why I want to talk about content is because, of course, I was talking with somebody, and when that's usually when my downloads just like hit, like be talking to someone else. And I was thinking about like the concept of content and how they feed us this content. And like when they feed us this content, they feed us this content through the television. They feed us this content through YouTube. They feed us this content through Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So they feed us this content, but they feed us the content that they want to feed us. Like sometimes it be things in my feeds that I didn't even ask for. Like I never searched it. I never looked it up, but yet it comes up. Or I could have a discussion with someone and then the information that I'm talking to that someone about just pops up, you know, so that I could click on it or think I'm going to click on it. But they filter this content to you in a way that they want the information to get to you. And so that's why I'm like, you know, this whole, get on YouTube so that you could be like this great phenomenon, you know, that is not true reality for some of us. You know, that's not the reality for some of us. So like, I want to know, like, are there any more platforms out there that I could use to get the word out, to get people to, you know, be able to hear what I have to say, you know, on a larger scale, because I'm feeling like YouTube is not the place for me. You know, YouTube is not, YouTube has too much censoring or too much censorship. And I feel like a person like me, may not be able to thrive as well on a platform as such, because even like looking at, they'll send me like an email like, oh, you know, we held your video for X, Y, and Z. Oh, we just cleared your video. And then when you contact them, they'll say, oh, we've had that complaint several times. We're working to fix the issue. Well, why you always got to work to fix the issue when it comes to me? You know, so I don't know. I'm just not pleased with YouTube. I got on TikTok and was able to get 1,000 followers or subscribers or however you call it on there in a day, you know? And so I'm thinking about like, you know, just doing more work over there, because I'm actually appreciated over there versus being on this platform. But I'm always going to drop context clues. So it's this documentary like that. If y'all could watch it, I would appreciate y'all to watch this documentary. This documentary talked about a lot of the things that I believe, you know, when it comes to how information is processed to us. So like even down to the science of television, they telling you the vision that they want you to see. Like they giving you the vision that they want you to see through these functional subliminal programmings that that they, you know, put before you. Like everything, like down to the science, like all the way down to this COVID stuff. Like if you look at contagion and all of that, or you look at the Black Mirrors, and it's just so many different things that has happened on television that these people has put into fantasy or put that content out there, like just throwing out a little bit of information, planting little small seeds, and then desensitizing you to whatever it is that they're trying, that whatever agenda it is that they trying to create, or whatever agenda it is that they trying to promote at the time, right? Like for example, with this spell work and stuff. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like spell work has gotten super popular. You know, you can't even trust all spell work. But then like on the TV, like they be showing you like all these different rituals and stuff that be going down, like these satanic rituals or these sacrifices that be going down. So when you actually see this stuff in real life, you think nothing of it, like, oh, it's just, you know, some stuff off of TV, you know, but they desensitizing you to it. Or like one point that was made in this documentary that I'm going to recommend here in a second, it was talking about like how every one of these childhood freaking shows, like Lion King and Bambi and all of these shows, like the first thing that happened in these shows to get the show started is one of the parents die. So the kids watching these shows and they get desensitized to a parent being murdered, you know, like they just watching it, but they traumatizing these kids all early, you know, they pushing all this stuff in these kids all early. They changing like different names for things, pronouns and this and that. And it's just getting all, you know, I try to have my kid watch a PG-13 and they in there kissing and doing all kinds of stuff and talking about they gay or talking about they this and they that. I feel like I need to be allowed to have certain conversations with my children before the television introduces it to them. So now, guess what I got? Whole bunch of restrictions. I want my children to have some kind of quality of life, but they can't have it like that, because the television is literally pumping these functional subliminal messages into my child to change or reconstruct their ideology or their identity. You know, they already up against what I'm showing them, because what I'm showing them may or may not be right, but this is what I was taught. And so now I'm taking some of the things that I were taught and some of the things that I have learned intuitively, and I am programming, in a sense, it into my children. And then I got the television, and I got school, and I got social media, unprogramming and reprogramming the things that I put into my children, right, with their programming. So there's a whole bunch of brainwashing and programming going on with this content. Y'all see what I'm saying? Look, I ain't get on here to like rant. I ain't want to rant, but I'm just telling you how this content works. And that's why I feel like a lot of my content don't get in the algorithm. Some of y'all probably didn't even get notified that I was online with doing this live. So yeah. So we just have to be real cautious about these filtering systems and what they put into us, man. Because they programming us the way they want us to go. They desensitizing us to certain situations. Like, even like I was thinking about like being in the military, right? In the military, we got so many, they just sent us to an assembly line to get vaccines. And then they give us these vaccines, and then we don't even know what's in these vaccines. We never questioned it before. You know, I never questioned it until I had an adverse reaction, right? So we never questioned none of that stuff before, you know, but now they like trying to pump things into us like really fast right now. You know, and I feel like that the military, we were guinea pigs for a lot of this stuff that's going on right now, because I'm thinking about like when I joined the Army, there were certain things that I did not even think about during basic training, you know, especially like when they was telling us that they put pita salt or saltpeter, whatever it's called, in our food to make us not want to be intimate. And I did not want to be intimate at all in basic training. And so I feel like a lot of this stuff that you know, that I'm coming into my knowledge of now, it was all a part of that programming. You know, then I want y'all to look into that MK Ultra stuff too, because the MK Ultra stuff is like where they introduced LSD to people, right? Got them on LSD, and what they was trying to do was empty all their thoughts and put new thoughts into their mind, put new thoughts into their head, so much so that they couldn't even think like they used to think before, because they had. And it's real. And they tried to put it off in a movie, right? They put it off in a movie, and everybody got desensitized to it. And so anytime anybody talk, what's up, twin? Anytime anybody talk about anything that's MK Ultra type related, oh, they're conspiracy theorists. But these people, they are programming us, y'all. They are programming us. They, even when we don't want to be programmed. That's why the video, we are not who we think we are. That's why it didn't go nowhere. That's why only 10 people saw it, because they was like, oh shit, she telling people that we programming them. We're going to stop this video. You know, so I need to find a new home. I need to find a new home, because I'm getting rid of all things that don't serve me in 2021. And if YouTube don't serve me, guess what? I'm out, because that's what cancers do. We don't stay in no shell when it's too tight. We move on to the next shell. That's why when you go on the beach, you see a whole bunch of shells on the beach. You know why you see the shells on the beach? Because the crab said, this shell is too tight. I got to bounce. I need to find another shell. That's why so many shells on the beaches. You know? So right now, I feel suppressed with YouTube. So YouTube is about to lose me. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to control how my content get out. They want to control what I say. They want to control what I do. Like, it be sometimes I'll do a video and they'll send me an email. Like the video, like today, the video wasn't up. Not even a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, man. Got an email. I'm like, God dang, like, can I just put out one video without getting an email? So I was like, you know what? Forget the video. I'm going live. Y'all. They programming us with content. But yeah, so the MK Ultra stuff, you know, and then how the CIA helped Disney buy the whole swamp area. Okay. So they helped Disney buy the whole swamp land, right? So now Disney, right? They say they make you think you got all these options, but the same person that owned Disney and Marvel and all them, they all under one umbrella. So it's like 6 people that literally run all of television, like 6 families, right? But it's a whole bunch of networks, ain't it? It's a whole bunch of networks, but these networks ain't, they all under the same umbrella and own it. And there are 6 families that control each network. But they make you think, just like in the music industry, it's only a few families that really run the music industry, and everything got to go through them. And so then they filter, they got out, they desensitized us to people, they desensitized us to everything. They desensitizing us to gun violence. They desensitizing us to everything. And I could blame the military on some of that too, because going to war so many times and staying over there so many months, and you seeing people, go up in smokes. When people die, I don't cry. When people, sometimes I don't even consider whether I should go to the funeral or not, because I'm desensitized to death. Death doesn't, hey, Passion, death doesn't do the same thing for me no more, because I'm desensitized to it. I've been programmed not to allow my emotions get the best of me when people die. You see what I'm saying? So that's what these social medias are doing. These social medias are programming us. They filtering the content that they want us to see. They feeding us. Dang, that's why I call it feed. They feeding us the content that they want to feed us. But we got to be mindful of that, But I don't think people like me belong on platforms like this, because there's a lot of suppression going on, which is why I'm telling y'all, like, a lot of the conversations that I have, I know Patreon, we got to pay. But a lot of conversation that I have, it goes through Patreon. We do it on Zoom, because at the end of the day, they can't suppress the Zoom, or can they? Who knows, right? But when y'all get an opportunity, for those of you guys that aren't, a part of the Patreon, when y'all get an opportunity, read the Egregores, read that book. It's talking about how the occult is in control of things, and that's what happened with that whole Epstein thing. The reason why they had all them figures up in there, right? They invited all these figureheads to this party on this private island. A lot of these figureheads, some of them knew what was going on, some of them didn't know what was going on. So what they did was, these millionaires, like these people with these millions of subscribers on here and all that, they can't get out of line. They can't get out of line because guess what? They got pictures and things like that they can use to blackmail them. And so now they can't get out of line because they're like, oh, if you say this, guess what? I'm going to release this photo of you at this place that you was supposed to be, and we're going to associate you with this, because that's how that thing works. You see what I'm saying? So they plan on them. So these millionaires that we all looking up to, and these folks, these billionaires, and everybody with all these billions and billions of subscribers, they can't do certain things. They can't, because they are part of that agenda too. So they have to filter things to you that is going to meet the occult's agenda. And when the moment that they don't do what they supposed to do, boom, they out of there. Because listen, T.I. went mainstream a few years ago. He had to go mainstream. He was independent for a very long time. And then once T.I. went mainstream, he had to do all these songs with Yo Gotti and all these other people, right? Well, there was something in the fine print that T.I. was supposed to do. I feel like T.I. did not want to go through whatever was in the fine print. Same with Cardi B. And now they on the ringer. Listen, it's a lot of these people going on the ringer, and they gonna hang them out to dry. And you know why they gonna hang them out to dry? Because they ain't doing what they supposed to do. They moved away from the original plan. I don't know how to say it, but they didn't follow through with their end of the bargain. And so when you don't follow through with your end of the bargain, then that's what it is. It's just like it was when I was in this one company. TJ, you know what company I'm talking about. We was in this company. Me and TJ was like senior. Me, TJ, and my husband, we were like senior people in the company, you know what I'm saying? But when we were like down at the bottom of the company, it was like super easy and fun and a lot of stuff. And then when we moved up to the higher ranks in the company, we started to realize that things wasn't all what they said to be. And they couldn't say certain things. Because they had signed some paperwork that they could not say certain things. And even though something was going on in the company, they couldn't tell us. So they had to deceive us and allow us to continue to work and build them up, you know. And so then one day they said something, and my husband got down and he was like, oh, this ain't what this is supposed to be. I ain't doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? And then boom. So once they lost that control, once they couldn't control you, like, and then when people did try to step out, one time somebody tried to step out, they threatened a millionaire status. Like, it's like that serious. Like, so it's like you can't get out of line. When you get that high up, you can't get out of line. So, like, I know what people be saying, like they be wanting to have compassion for you, but they agents in that system. They the agents in that system. And so because they agents, I don't think this video gonna last. Like, they probably take this video down. I don't really care. You know, I'm gonna just say what I gotta say and keep it moving. But they got agents plugged into all these systems. And these agents, they have to do what they say to do. Now, they can come and give us a little bit of the information. They can't give us all the information, though. But they can give us a little bit of the information. They can tell us a small little piece of the truth. They can't tell us all the truth. You know, so they tell us the small little piece of the truth to get us to bite the bait. Then we bite the bait, right? Once we bite the bait, then they get us to following them and believing in them and all of that, you know. And then guess what? That's a new set of programming. I'm telling y'all, that's how they get us, man. So we got to be mindful. You know, this is when we got to use our discernment, you know, for us to be like, all right, is this person playing me? Does this person got my best interest at heart? What is this person intention on me? You know, like Beyonce. I love Beyonce music. Let me tell you, because Beyonce know exactly what frequency to use to get us in the trance, don't she? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't saying like don't have a quality of life. I'm just saying understand what you're consuming before you consume it, right? So they know what frequency of music to get us in the trance. See, Michael Jackson, all Michael Jackson music was on 432 frequency. Michael Jackson was speaking of the universe. Michael Jackson was speaking of things that would promote positive outcomes in our lives. Michael Jackson wanted to heal the world. Michael Jackson owned Sony. Michael Jackson owned so much stuff. Michael Jackson had a share in all kinds of things, right? And so when Michael Jackson started talking about healing the world and making it a better place and doing all his music in 432 and this and that and the third, guess what they had to do? They said, listen, Michael Jackson got to go. First of all, we're going to tarnish Michael Jackson's name. We're going to have to go and put the Netherland Ranch up there. We're going to have to go and get people to speak out against Michael Jackson. We're going to have to ruin Michael Jackson's character. We're going to have to make him look like a crazy man. And guess what they did? After they made him look like a crazy man, guess what they did? They went on off them. As soon as Prince started talking to us about them chemtrails, where did Prince go? Hey, Prince started dropping them clues. Hey, you got to eat to live. All this other stuff. As soon as Prince wasn't Prince no more, as soon as Prince wasn't the Prince that they wanted him to be no more, Prince had to go. And y'all know Prince ain't doing no doggone drugs. Prince had to go. So I'm just like telling y'all, like, just look at the different patterns, y'all. Look at what they're doing to us. Pay close attention. Like, see past this 3D glass that they got in front of us, because they are good at suppressing the truth. You know, I don't know how long this video gonna be up. I'm gonna post it, but there's no say that YouTube is going to allow this video to go anywhere, because they control this streaming. I'm surprised y'all even got in here, to be honest. But they control what people see and what people hear. But y'all got anything for me? I know I was talking. Look, when it comes, it just come. When it comes, it just come. We have to watch them, though, just like they watching us. But yeah, who else got who else started dropping them gems? And when they dropped them gems, they was like, man, look how they did Kanye. Kanye been talking about cloning and mind control and all this stuff for years, and they painted Kanye as a crazy man. Kanye ain't crazy. They gonna paint him to be crazy, though. That's exactly what they're gonna do. And he going down next. That Kardashian agent. She was meant to bring him down, just like Lamar Odom. Meant to bring him down. Everybody that deal with them Kardashians. Kardashians are agents, y'all. Them Kardashians will bring you down. Look at what happened to O.J. Simpson. Was best friend with a Kardashian. I know. Yeah, I don't really watch that TV like that either. Thank you, Passion. Yeah, very true, right. I don't really watch TV like that either. I watch certain things, though. But like you said, I do look at them from a higher perspective. I felt bad for Kanye too. I did. I was like, dang, Kanye went from the people's favorite to Get Out. He went from the people's favorite to Get Out. It's so like everything the Kardashians touch just go to crap. And y'all know why? Because they the biggest agents. And that's how they're gonna keep their money coming. All them Kardashians gonna forever be rich. They already did the ritual around their wealth. They ain't going nowhere. Listen, our grandkids gonna be talking about Kardashians. Let me tell you something. If our parents and our grandparents know who Rob Kardashian is and who the Kardashians were with that whole OJ thing popped off, and we know who the Kardashians are in our lifespan, and the Kardashians are having kids, guess what? Everybody finna know who the Kardashians is. That Chris woman, until she dies, she ain't going nowhere. And she drinking baby's blood, so she ain't going nowhere. Also, like, look at how they look at they ain't really looking for these missing kids. They ritualizing them. I'm gonna tell y'all what the name of this documentary is before I forget. They ain't about the doggone. Now, let me tell y'all, first of all, like, I'm telling y'all about the documentary not from religious preferences, because I do not agree with I don't agree with like the whole binding of religion. I don't, because that is also part of the brain. That's why they did it. Everything is in my mama and auntie saw some people in the TV. Hey, I'm telling you, they got it all planned out. Okay, everything, they got it all planned out. So this documentary is called Out of the Shadows 2020. And this documentary was done by somebody in Hollywood, y'all. Somebody in Hollywood came out and spoke out against a lot of stuff. But these are thoughts that I've already been having before I saw this thing yesterday. I've been dropping little context clues. And you look at certain videos, each video got a little hint in it. But every video they got a little hint, ain't that many people watching it. You know why? Because YouTube ain't filtering it. Out of the Shadows 2020. Yeah. YouTube, and if y'all need it, I could text it to y'all. I copied and pasted it. It's free. So if they try to charge y'all, just let me know. Matter of fact, I'm trying to put in this link, but I'm putting the link. But listen, I tell you, I don't know what's gonna happen in the video. But anywho, this stuff that y'all Phenomenal Chef, Tomorrow Twin, we done already talked about this. We've been talking about this. You know what I'm saying? But now other people are speaking out against it. So now that other people are speaking out against it, hopefully people start believing some of this stuff. So I went back to the CIA website. Now I'm trying to find the information that I saw the CIA had, you know, all this MK Ultra stuff. They had all this transcendental meditation stuff. They had all of this hypnotherapy stuff. Like, let me tell y'all, when I do research, I do impeccable research. All right. For those of y'all that don't know what my career profession is, I am getting my PsyD in marriage and family therapy. Right. So, well, I don't get my PsyD, but I'm a marriage and family therapist. Let me just put it like that. So I do empirical research when I be doing research. And so I had all this information from the CIA. I went to click the links from the CIA. I went to click the links for the research that I got from the CIA website. Y'all, the information is not there no more. Let me find. Okay, so I'm putting my notes. CIA. Okay, so I got right here, CIA released astral travel, etc. This is all the research that I did on the CIA, right? These are the notes and everything that I had from the CIA. So now when I click the link to the CIA website, oh, you see what I'm talking about? This is CIA.gov for those of y'all that is looking this, but I'm looking for particular things off the CIA website. You see, all the information is gone. See, it's still on the CIA website, but it's just telling me that this information is no longer there, right? It say a full, I'm going to see if I can zoom in. Full error to this page, but it's still the CIA.gov. It's just the information that I had found, that I had discovered, not there no more. And I think it's because a lot of other people that be doing this type of research has started discovering information that the CIA left open to the public. And they didn't think how deep that this upgrade or this, whatever this is, this awakening or, you know, was going to be, right? So a lot of people ain't sleep no more. Yeah, a lot of people not sleep no more. A lot of people are waking up to this information. So it's crazy. It's crazy. They needed us to be sleep on this. They need us to be asleep on this in order for it to thrive. And now it's like, I'm not saying that it's too late, but I'm saying that they got a leg up. I wish I had the books nearby me. Do I got them nearby me? Sometimes it be, oh yeah, here we go. So this is a good book to understand. If you guys could, oh, I shouldn't even flash that book. If you guys are needing information, I think that's the only one that I give y'all for now, because a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about is probably, you're probably disinterested, you know. But you will become interested when things shift, because they are going to shift. So that's all I want to talk to y'all about. I was just talking about the content. I really don't understand like what YouTube is wanting to do, and why they're filtering content the way that they filter content. They say that they want you to be you, but they're not allowing you to be you. They're actually suppressing you from being you. And when they suppress you from being you, then you started thinking like, it's time for me to find, you know how we talk about even energy exchange and not being somewhere you not wanted? That's the same thing for these social media websites. If it gets too crazy and I feel like there's nothing happening for YouTube, YouTube would be done for me, because it's not allowing me to express my truths as it is allowing people to express their bullshit, So I didn't monetize this video, so there's no reason. I don't monetize a lot of my videos because I already know when I monetize, they always find reasons not to do certain things for the kid. So that's pretty much it, y'all. If y'all are interested, listen, we talk about all things spiritual on Patreon. I am on TikTok. On TikTok, I am Spirit Soul. I'm Spirit Soul everywhere, actually. Spirit Soul on Instagram, Spirit Soul Oracle on Instagram, Spirit Soul Oracle on TikTok. Spirit Soul on Facebook. So if you guys are wanting to connect with me, or if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, all of that information is in the description below. If you're interested in becoming a part of the mentorship program, I will be having slots coming available soon, so you could get in on that type of action. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I didn't mean for this live to go that long, but I hope that, people watch the playback. Got any questions? Drop me a comment and I'll holler at you.